Hey guys, how's it going? Andy here, and what I have open in front of me is my portfolio. So I've been seeing some pretty good gains over the last few months, and I just wanted to share with you guys. So what I want to do is try to identify profitable opportunities in the market, come in at the right time, and make as much money as possible. I want to show you guys what I'm doing, when I'm doing. So I'm using Hargreaves Lansdown as one of my brokerage accounts, but that's not the only one. I've got a couple of others such as Trading 212, Free Trade. I'll say a large percentage of my money is currently in Hargreaves Lansdown. I've got about 4k of it in cash, 30k in stocks. I'm seeing some good gains. I'll talk you through IAG position over here. Invested in it a few months ago now, I believe when the price was around 90, 95 ish, and it's gone up by 57%. I understand it's a pretty risky move, but I always thought that the news of a vaccine or the vaccine getting approved is going to shoot the price up, and that's exactly what happened. I also invested in BP around about the same time as well. Not as much of a gain, but it's still pretty sizable, and you can see I've made £800 over here on the BP position. Again, like when I bought into the BP price was pretty damn low. If I just bring out the chart over here, I must have come in around this point. Pretty lucky I picked out the low fairly well, and it's been steadily increasing ever since. It's been a bit of a spike over here because of the news of the oil price, which has gone up. So I intend to hold this for a bit longer. I think it's still got some ways to go. It had a high over here, so 1 year ago. I can't see the top of the chart. It's pretty high of 500, over 500. And now it's hovering around 300 marks. I believe it might not return to the pre-pandemic price of 500, but it's still got some ways to go. Maybe 350. So I'm planning on holding this in. If you guys come in now, I think in the short term, the next 3 to 4 months, you will see. I predict another 20-30% gain for BP. Hopefully, that's my prediction. So IG is an interesting one over here. So I'm still deciding how long I want to hold on to my IG position. That's International Airline Group. So this company owns British Airways, Iberia, and a few other airlines. So the thing about this chart over here, so IG released a lot more stocks, stock issuance. IG does have a good cash pile of around 6 billion, plus it's got a revolving debt facility, so it can still do that. But having said that, I'm not too sure how much the price can go up. I think I will definitely start reducing my holding of IAG. I've got around 2,500 units at the moment. Potentially when it hits the 170, 180 mark, that's when I'm going to start unloading it. But at the moment, I'm going to spend a couple of days pondering over this decision. I don't want to rush it. A bit of negative news about the coronavirus situation. Maybe another mutation will, I reckon, that will send the price tumbling. But yeah, I'm going to hold on to this for now. I don't think that's going to happen in the next couple of days. So let's just see with that how it goes. So what I like to do in Hargreaves Lansdown is invest a certain amount every single month, maybe 300-400. Like if you guys have a full-time job and you can spare a few £100 in savings to put into a portfolio, I recommend that's a good strategy, as the S&P 500 over the last 100 years or so has been growing by about 8 to 10%. So slowly and surely, if you keep putting in a little bit each month, I would expect a sizable gain in the size of the portfolio. So, long story short, take a portion of your money, put it into the S&P 500 every single month. No maintenance involved whatsoever. Very passive investing strategy. Some of the other mutual funds I've been investing in, Fidelity Global Technology, then the Legal and General Technology Fund over here, whereas it's over there. So I've received a lot of growth, 85% for legal, 87% for global technology. Again, this is I put a little bit of money every single month into these two funds, and if I just talk you through one of the funds, for example, so mutual fund, that's a pool of loads of different investors collected together in that mutual fund, invest in loads of different stocks. So again, it's a very passive investing strategy. You're basically putting your your money with a fund manager who's doing all the work for you. So it's again very passive. You have to spend ages trying to pick the stock out. Um, so I think that's a great strategy for people who don't have necessarily the time to watch YouTube videos or spend ages on Google researching different stocks or whatever it may be. Things in the big tech companies, like say Apple, it's got like a 4% stake in Apple and Tencent, so all of these companies, and it takes a blend of all of these big names. So it sort of diversifies the risk. If you don't have your most of your cash in one company, but rather a lot of different companies, I think it's great. So I think the Legal in general mutual fund is great, as well as the Fidelity mutual fund.